Alright, let's see what we got today. Oh hey, a video sent to me by one of my subscribers. Let's see what you dug up for me this time.
Peter, come downstairs. That gay show you like is on.
Coming! Fuck! God damn it! Fucking cock-sucking cock! Fuck! Damn it!
Oh my god, Peter, are you okay?
No, I am not okay! Nothing about this is okay!
Oh, great. Another response video. What have I gotten myself into this time? Well, let's find out, as this is a video I wanted to make to clear the air. Now, two things before we begin. The original video is in private mode, so while this was originally going to be a response video, I do not have access to the video, so I will not be able to show the video itself. However, I will describe the contents of the video. There wasn't really much to it. It was an extremely short video with mostly text and screenshots. But another thing I want to get out of the way is me and the original uploader did speak and come to an understanding. So my hope is that this video will be able to clear the air to both of our fan bases to let you guys know that we have made up and that there is no drama, and I do not want there to be any drama, and that is the point of this video. It is not to escalate things, it is to maintain peace and clear some things up. So, what is this all about? Well, as stated, one of my fans on Facebook brought a video to my attention. The Heracles and Hulk fan trailer thing. And I made my response video to it, and I left some comments in the original uploader's comment section. If you want, I will leave a link in the description if you want to see the comments for yourself. However, be warned, if some of them are not there, it's probably because YouTube auto-deleted them, because YouTube is as broken as ever and likes to delete comments for no explained reason. Anyway, I digress. So I left some comments, and apparently the original uploader misunderstood some of the things that I said and thought that I was trying to attack them. And when I made my video, I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and he and a lot of his fans thought that I was trying to attack him, so I want to clear this up. So the first thing is, and again, you can check the original comment section if you're interested, but I had left a comment explaining why I thought the matchup of Heracles and Hulk was a bad idea. However, I did admittedly use some vulgar language and curse words, and I did not choose my words carefully, and I used the words F you. Sadly, I gotta be careful with curse words because YouTube will demonetize me. But I used the words F you for making this matchup. Admittedly, not my best choice of words. I was trying to go with some witty AVGN type wordplay, and it didn't come out well. Plus, I will admit I was a little bit antagonized, not by the original uploader, but by the person who requested the video be made in the first place. Those of you who have followed my YouTube channel for the longest time, or even One Fish Mob, or Fan War as I call him, if you followed his YouTube channel for a long time, then you know that there is a man by the name of Kevin who has been starting fights with me for the longest time. He has been bullying me, antagonizing me, and constantly picking fights with me any chance he gets. It got so bad that even Fan War's fan base was telling him, dude, shut up, get lost, all you ever do is start stuff. And I knew exactly what Kevin was doing, because one thing Kevin likes to do when he's not trying to trigger my PTSD, call me vulgar, immature insults, or call me a transgender, he will make intentionally bad versus matchups that he believes will antagonize me. In this case, Heracles versus Hulk. And sadly, Kevin played both me and Connor, and when we were private messaging about this, we both came to this realization that we both got played like a fiddle, because what Kevin wanted was, here was what he wanted. He wanted someone to make some kind of video suggesting the idea of Heracles versus Hulk. Kevin knew that one of my fans would inevitably bring this to my attention, because talking about death battle and versus content is my thing, and he was hoping that it would antagonize me and get a negative response out of me, and I would respond to the original video, and the uploader would hopefully get mad by some of the things that I said, and it would become a big ordeal and hopefully break out into some kind of drama. Which sucks, because he's almost got his wish. I say almost because we were able to make up afterwards. However, that was what he wanted, and I was antagonized. Not because of what Connor did, and I hate that I didn't make myself clear that my main issue here, besides the matchup, was with Kevin, but people thought that I was singling Connor out, and that was not my intention, and I wish I made myself more clear. And I'm not gonna lie, I straight up told Kevin to F off, but that's because he's been starting crap with me for a long time. Me and him have had bad blood for a long time. I've tried to be patient with him, I've tried to play peacekeeper with him, but he always wants to be at odds with me. Why? I don't know, and I will likely never know why. So that's the first thing. And the second thing he mentioned in his video was he showed a lot of comments from many of my fans, and he thought I was sending my fans to attack him. Like that time when Kevin thought I was sending my fans to attack him when I made a reaction on one of my live streams to the reveal of Fan Wars 100th episode, and I cleared this up with him too. I explained that I'm a YouTuber, I have 1,400 subscribers, and I also have a Discord. I posted the link to the original video in my Discord, and my fans simply did as they pleased. Now, some of these fans I can explain, some of them I cannot. For example, the random girl that goes around calling people a virgin, I have no clue what the deal is with her, because if you spend enough time in my comment section, I've actually seen that girl in my comments before. I have no clue who she is. All I know is that she goes around calling people virgins. I don't know what her deal is. It could be a troll. I have no clue. And as for the girl who goes by the name Rin, she is admittedly a really old friend of mine that I met before even my YouTube channel existed. We go way back, and I'm like a brother/sister figure to her, and she can admittedly be very overprotective of me. If she feels that someone is attacking me or trying to hurt me, she will retaliate. And as for Ethan, he's just simply a subscriber of mine who saw the video, laughed at it, thought it was stupid, and just wanted to give his 2 cents. And as for the other one, Ava, or as she likes to call herself, Furry Princess Miyu, she is another subscriber of mine, and actually one of my customers, because many of you may know I make commissions, and she was one of my first customers. I'm the one who made the artwork you see in her profile picture. She thought that Connor was actually trying to support Kevin, and she views Kevin as a bully. She doesn't like him, so she was a little bit more harsh towards Connor. So on and so forth. And as I explained to Connor, I can't control what my audience does. I can advise them to do something or not to do something, but at the end of the day, I can't control them. They will simply do as they please. I posted the video in my Discord, and they did as they pleased. And in the video, Connor was saying, keep in mind all of these comments were within the same hour. And if you're curious as to why that was, like I said, that's simply because I posted it in my Discord and those people commented around the same time. Now, Connor originally thought that this was me using a bunch of alt accounts to comment and insult him. While it is true I do have alternate accounts, there is a problem with that theory, and once again I explained this to him. While it is true I have 2 alternate accounts, here's the thing. They both have the same name as my main account, and I did not comment on his video with any of my alt accounts in the first place, because what would I have to gain from doing that? All I would be doing is just giving the guy extra views. There would be no point in doing so. I use my alt accounts for when YouTube unjustly puts false strikes on my channel, limiting what I can do, which they have done before in the past. I have videos on my channel if you want to learn more about this. So that was that. So Connor, if you're watching this, I apologize for any offensive things that my fans may have said to you. It is sad that some of them were not as respectful and reasonable as they could be. Some of them seem to be a little bit more reasonable. Some of them weren't, and I apologize for that, but like I said, I can't control them. They're going to do as they please, and you have to understand where some of them are coming from. Some of them genuinely were coming off as concerned and were just simply trying to come to my defense in the same way that your fans and friends would come to your defense. Now, for any of my fans who is watching this video, please don't feel that you have to come to my defense. I don't want you guys to come off as white knights or simps, okay? Don't worry, I can protect myself. Now again, I can't control what you guys do, but don't feel as though you ever have to come to my defense. You're free to do so if you want, but don't ever feel like you need to. Don't worry, I can protect myself. You guys know that I'm very strong, I'm very thick-skinned, and if someone picks a fight with me, I will stand my ground. So please, please don't worry about it. And I explained that to Connor as well. Some of them were just simply trying to defend me, and he understood that as well. And like I said, I do regret some of my choice of words. I do wish I chose my words more carefully, and I'm frustrated that I allowed Kevin to play me and indirectly cause drama with someone who seems like a nice, reasonable guy. He even said that he was surprised to see me be very reasonable and reach out to him because I told him, private message me, we'll talk this out. Because contrary to what some people might think, I'm not toxic and I'm not a bully. Because here's the thing, many people are unable to separate my YouTube persona from the actual me. And I explained this to Connor as well. One thing you have to understand is, on YouTube, I play a persona. I play an exaggerated caricature of myself. And one of the things that my character does is that I use a lot of hyperbole, vulgar language, or exaggerations. And that is what I often do, and a lot of people mistake this as me being harsh or me being a dick. I understand where these people are coming from, but it's misguided because that's not my intention at all. And another thing I want to talk about is Connor's thought that I stole his video, and no, that was not the case at all. As one of my friends, not friends, my bad, as one of my subscribers pointed out to Connor that I did not steal his video, I simply made a response to it, and that is very true. I made a response video to his video, and yes, I did use footage of the original video, but that's because I was responding to it. This isn't a new thing on my channel. I've made response videos before. They are perfectly okay. They fall under fair use. There's nothing bad about them. They're not stealing. Me stealing his video would have been me just simply re-uploading the video without any commentary or anything. So I apologize if you feel like I was stealing your video. That was not the intention. I simply wanted to make a response to your video. And I explained that to him as well, and he ultimately understood. And another thing is a lot of his fans seem to take out of context when I criticized Connor instead of Kevin and the matchup. And I will explain that as well. Now, some people think that my criticism is just me being a dick, but that's not true at all. I am of the opinion that sometimes being told you suck is enough to motivate you, in the right context, of course, to be able to do better, if not just to prove that person wrong. And Connor even said to me in private messages that it worked. Me calling him out for coming off as lazy motivated him to want to do better, if not just to prove me wrong. And I have my own experience of this. Another YouTuber in the Versus community who responded to my top 10 worst death battles remake, he criticized me saying that he felt my editing was poor and crappy, so I immediately retaliated by making that Sailor Moon AMV, where I decided to flex and show off how good of an editor I am. And I even showed this video to Connor, and he said that's some damn good editing, because I showed it to him as an example of how sometimes someone telling you of what you're doing is bad, or even simply telling you that you suck every once in a while, can actually motivate you to do better. It's not always with malicious intent. Like I explained to Connor, and I'll explain to any of his fans who may be watching this video, is this: that nothing I do is without meaning or purpose. Everything I do has some kind of point to it. So just because I might tell someone they suck, or I see them as lazy, or they're bad or something like that, it's me telling them that in the hopes that it will motivate them to be better. While I can understand that this may come off as negative, that's not necessarily why I'm doing it. And another reason why I made a response to his video is because I wanted to help him. Because he's a smaller YouTuber, I have more subscribers than him, and I know better than most that sometimes a good collaboration or response video can help open you up to new audiences and subscribers. I mean, just look at Fan War. He has 11,000 subscribers because he's done a couple of crossovers with Animation Rewind. While I am no big fan of Animation Rewind, I can at least respect him for trying to help out other YouTubers in the Versus community, and I was essentially trying to do the same for him, and even Connor admitted, "You got me on that one." So again, I wanted to make this video to debunk some misconceptions and misunderstandings and help my audience and Connor's audience understand the situation, and that there is no drama between us. I never wanted there to be any kind of drama, and I hope that this will end any potential hostility between not only me and him, but both of our fan bases, because it looked like my fans and his fans were just ready to go to war with each other, which I really didn't want to happen. Because again, contrary to what some people might believe, I'm not a cruel person. I am one of the nicest people you will ever meet in your life. So I encourage you, next time you disagree with something I say, or you're thinking about calling me a toxic asshole, maybe take that opportunity to private message me like Connor and one of his fans did, and actually speak to me rather than just simply throwing insults or saying to block me. Because I think it's better to communicate with each other so we can avoid situations like this. This situation was thankfully avoided because Connor was willing to reach out to me and talk to me face to face like a normal human being would. And I think that that's very important, and I can respect him for that. So I would just recommend, if you have a problem with me, just come to me about it. I won't block you, I won't insult you or anything like that. As long as you're willing to be reasonable, I will be reasonable back. I follow the golden rule. Treat others the way that you would want to be treated. If you act like a complete dickhead towards me, then I'm going to assume that you want me to treat you the same way, because otherwise, why would you treat me that way? You kind of get what I mean with this? But yeah, that's just my response to Connor, and I hope that any of his fans that are watching this are able to understand this was a huge misunderstanding. I never meant to attack the guy, and even my response video, it was all meant to be in good fun. And under normal circumstances, most of this comes back to Kevin. Had Kevin not been involved in this, this would not have turned out the way that it did. Normally, under normal circumstances, I would have just rolled my eyes, explained why I think the matchup idea is bad, and moved on. And even Connor said not every idea is a winner, and I can agree with him on that. This mostly goes back to Kevin. And for anyone who's watching, whether you're in my audience or his audience, my personal recommendation would be tell Kevin to F off. Trust me, he's not worth it. All he ever does is cause trouble for people around him, and I encouraged Connor to do the same thing. He only causes trouble. He's not worth it. I'd recommend avoiding him. A lot of people like to describe me as toxic, but he is actually a toxic person. He always causes trouble. He's always picking fights, and he nearly caused drama between me and another member of the Versus community that neither me nor him wanted. So I hope this is able to explain the situation, quell the drama, and I hope that any of Connor's fans watching are able to understand the situation and hopefully not hold any grudges against me. But I can't control my audience, and he can't control his audiences. All we can do is hope that both of our fans will understand and hope for the best, because I really don't want there to be any conflict between either sides. But what do you guys think of this situation? Do you think that both me and Connor handled the situation very well, or do you think both of us acted like fools? Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time for another video, hopefully a more fun video.